Why, hello. I am here with this beauty, and many of you already know that I have this, but I thought I'd be remiss not to do an entire dedicated video on this beauty because it deserves it by far. So without further ado, let me go ahead and share with you my beautiful Coach, the Summer I Turned Pretty Turnlock Backpack. But first, if you're new around here, hi, my name is Leslye with What Leslye Loves, and in this channel we talk about all things I love. Currently, it's definitely handbags and pretty obvious when you look through my videos, but I promise to continue to share a little bit more. This backpack. Little backstory, because there's always a little backstory, and I promise not to be super long-winded, but I had been looking for a backpack probably since about February. I knew I had some vacations coming up, well, a vacation, and summer was approaching, and I really wanted to be hands-free, but I find because I have a capsule wardrobe, I own this dress in 5 different colors. I don't want to wear super casual bags because I don't need to look even more frumpy dumpy. Not that I think I look frumpy dumpy, but you know, when you have a capsule wardrobe, sometimes it can get monotonous, and I'm on a weight loss journey as well, which by the way, I am down probably 6 pounds as of today. Slow and steady wins the race. I digress. I like to have my handbags be the accessory that gives it that extra little bit of polish. And so when I was on the hunt for a backpack, I almost on several occasions bought the vintage Turnlock backpack because this is a re-release, which you'll see on the hang tags here. The Turnlock Backpack limited re-edition from 1995. I've been down the vintage route before, and as much as I absolutely love the beautiful, supple, OG glove tan leather, it's just not my thing. It just doesn't quite work for me. It happens to work really well for my daughter, so she has been the happy recipient of many vintage bags, and I've let go of some, but I never quite pulled the trigger on it because I'm like, it's not quite right. I don't want to look frumpy at all. And a lot of the backpacks, if they were in excellent shape, the price reflected that. So I kind of stayed off, and then I got a couple of great backpacks from BagSmart, which ever so kindly sent me a couple backpacks to try, and I'll share my thoughts on those soon. But they're more casual and for laptop, and I wanted something more decorative. I reached out to Erin, she ordered it for me, and I told you, I said I was gonna not be long-winded, but I'm sorry. It came not completely factory wrapped, which I don't need my stuff to be factory wrapped because when you're buying it in the boutique, sometimes they're giving it to you, completely unwrapped. But it did have a couple blemishes, and I'll put some pictures here as I'm kind of sharing with you. One of them of which I'll kind of show it to you now. It drives me a little bonkers, but this was probably like when they were sewing it together, they were just giving themselves some lines to where to stop. And so that kind of bugs me. The straps, it is what it is on those. It came in less than ideal condition, and that's a topic for another day. I do plan on doing a dedicated video on my gripes about Coach, but I love them, and that's the fact of the matter, and sometimes you love someone or something despite its blemishes and its flaws, and they're a brand that deserves that grace. After I fully assessed, I took everything out, I tried it on, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep this bag, and boy am I glad that I did. Now, I have this vintage Coach Curate here, and this is in the British tan color, and this is in the redwood color. And they're very similar. I've always been drawn to this shade of handbag, and then I kind of got into black handbags, and then I was in my season of, I want colored bags, but this color just in general works really, really well in my wardrobe. It's a perfect neutral. I think it's the best neutral in my opinion, but I don't know. I just don't like a vintage bag on me, so I'm glad that I never jumped on the Turnlock backpack or the day pack in vintage form, because I think I wouldn't have worn it, and I think I would have totally ignored this when it released. So that second drop, I took advantage. It came less than ideal, and then here's what happened. But first, if you are enjoying this video, I would appreciate you like, and if you want to see some more of my craziness, please do subscribe. It does help my channel. It does give me that little bit of motivation to keep going because people are actually watching what I have to say. So that's my little plug. Back to the show. I have some other babies here. Before I got this, I was heavily using these two. This is the Coach Outlet Mini Hadley, and this is the Longchamp Le Panier Extra Small. I felt like it had another name to it. That's it. This one's the one with the mouthful. But this bag was the star of the show as summer started. And then this one came, and so I had my brown, I had my black, and I was like, you know, I'm good. I was actually starting to ignore my Mulberry Mini Alexa and chalk, which I tend to lean into a lot in summer. No, these two babies stole the show. And then in came the Turnlock Backpack, and it's been kind of game over for these two. And I never thought that would happen, and I never thought I was a backpack person. So this bag surprised me, and then this bag surprised me even more. Let me remove the extra eye candy. I did want to really quickly share the Coach, this is the Coach Empire, Soft Empire 28 in honey, so you can see the color difference. It has about the same width as you can see. So that's that one. This has become basically my everyday carry bag. I freaking love this thing. I love it. And I never thought I was a backpack person. And I was so like, nah, I'm not keeping it. I was so sure that I wasn't going to keep this. To quickly show you, I thought when I got this or when I ordered it that I was going to exclusively wear it like this, just, you know, kind of like on the side. And I do carry it like that sometimes, or I really thought that I would just do like it is a little small, like I can't put my hand through. I can when this twilly isn't on here, but that I was just gonna carry it like this, just, you know, a top handle moment. I don't like when people say that, and I'm saying that now, but you know, just top handle, just on the side, because I've come to the realization that I like top handle handbags. That's how I envisioned it. But it wasn't until I put this backpack on as a backpack that I was like, whoa, I actually think I like this as a backpack. Now, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. You can let me know in the comments if you're like, Leslye, it's not cute as a backpack. Functionally, because form and function are very important, functionally, this is dope. Like, I really, really love it. I don't have anything in here now, but when I have all my stuff in here, it's just almost like a therapeutic, back brace for me, where it just makes me have proper posture because I have horrible posture. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, I actually think it looks really cute. So I was so shocked because I was like, I think I like this as a backpack. And obviously I packed all of my stuff in, I moved into it, and I didn't move out of it for like a week, which that's huge. When I stay in a bag every single day, you know I love it. And when you start to have a handbag collection, that's kind of hard to do because you know, you don't want to neglect any of your babies. But the biggest test was, did everything fit? And boy, does it. Let me show you. But first, I forgot to show you some of the details, which I think are what make this backpack just perfect. Obviously, I love me the two hang tags, and again, one of them states that it is the Turnlock Backpack, reedition, limited reedition from 1995. Is that gonna focus? No, it's not, but I have a great picture. And the thing that everybody loved was this daisy charm that comes with the backpack. Now, I'm sorry to share, but this backpack I don't know that they're going to release it again. I've been told keep an eye on Amazon, who has restocked a couple times, but I don't know that Coach is re-releasing it. But I love those details. Now, there will probably eventually be some corner wear, which you kind of tend to see on the vintage versions. And then it does state on here, genuine glove tan leather. That is the back view. I do wish this had a back pocket. I wish, but it's not a must-have, and I'll show you why in a moment. And then you do have it fully adjustable. This is where I feel like it lands perfectly on me. I could almost go up one more, but I kind of like where it lands this way, and I don't want much more of this curling under. I don't mind this amount of curling under, but that's where we're at. And then obviously you have your 1941 stamp here. And you have your drawstring closure. I don't think that this comes out of here at all, and I haven't tried, but I kind of leave it open, and then I just, when I go to close it, I just do that. And the inside, I know some people don't like the fabric lining. I happen to really love it. I really, really love it personally. And then you have the Coach Creed stamp right there. And then you have a pocket here, which currently I have some lady stuff and my comb. And I used to put my phone here a lot, but now I just use this for like my receipts and different things. I just shove papers in there. And now let me actually show you how I pack her in. Okay, so I just got through doing a video featuring my little goodies that I got from Verano Hill. So that's what this is from, in case you're curious. But I'm gonna put this last. Okay, so yes, I got something from the Snoopy collection. I had to. As soon as I saw it, I was like, and it's weird, I loved Snoopy when I was younger, but I wasn't like a fanatic. But this was so cute. So in here is like my everyday items. I'm like, oh, is it gonna fall out? But no, everyday items. By the way, my daughter got this for me. It's the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. So good. I'm not wearing it currently, but so good. I have my Tide to Go stick, an eyeliner,
a pair of scissors. Let me show you, see how cute these are? Because something always snags and you always need it, but yeah. It's been a while since I showed what sits in there. Oh, one of these in case, which is very handy with this bag. So,
I usually put this in first, which, hello, fits. Look at that. I mean, look how much room I have left. Can y'all tell I'm like super excited about this? I have my wallet. I'm missing one of them, hold on. Okay, so my other wallet, so I have the two in here. And my Touchland hand sanitizer. Thank goodness it has never leaked. I will die if and when that happens. Let me not jinx myself because I will die, especially with this bag. My pill case, my car keys. Is that everything in here? That's everything in here. My Baggu sunglass case. I shared this in my last video, but I love this case, but it's bulky, and so I can't really carry it like in the Tabby or in a lot of my other bags. I can in like my Empire 28, but this is how we're looking in here. And my phone does fit, probably not with this casemate, little loopy. So usually I put my phone either all the way in the front or all the way in the back, or sometimes I'll put it in that slip pocket, but you know, you gotta carry that monthly stuff. So that's what we're looking like. And I don't fuss with these at all. I just go ahead, close it, and everything I could want to carry all fits in here perfectly. And again, I can just carry it there, or quickly when I'm getting, and then it stays sitting up in my car, which is kind of nice. So I'm just throwing all this stuff at you, but you see, it's because I'm excited. Like, I freaking love her. What can I say? She's just freaking perfect. I've said that loud like 3 times, but have you ever seen me this excited about a bag? I don't think so. Maybe one of my Empires, but it's kind of dethroned my Empires. And there are some moments, please tell me I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one because I have a couple other friends going through this, but I'm in full on declutter mode. Like in my house, I'm really trying to minimize, like this shelf is almost more busy than I want it to be. But this bag, honestly, I'm gonna get deep with this. it really made me realize, why do we have so much stuff? Like, why do we have so much stuff? This bag is beautiful, it's practical. I almost feel like it's a chore to get out of it, and now it just sits on my desk so that when I want to go on date night and I want to wear my Tabby 26 in cream that my hubby got for me, I just transfer things, and this will be, I mean, I've been on the hunt for an everyday bag probably for years, because I know in a conversation that I was having with my friend Jessie from Jessie and the Bags, she was like, what are you on the hunt for exactly? When I would send her something else, the next thing that was tempting me. And not that other bags haven't come in to tempt me, because there is one more beauty that I got and I will reveal soon. She is perfection for the fall. But I was always on the hunt for that perfect everyday bag. And this has fulfilled that, and it has allowed me to do a significant purge. By the time I'm sharing this bag with you, I've probably sold like 10 other handbags, accessories. I just really feel like this bag encompasses the stage of life that I'm in. I need it to be practical. I want it to be simple yet beautiful and dainty with a little bit of touch of something special. It's been perfect, and I hate to share this review while it's not readily available to order, and that's probably what held me back from doing a video on this sooner. But I have now had her for, I want to say about a month now, and it has been worn just about every single day. Because this bag came blemished, it took the edge off for me. And I have found that that helps me so much. Now, not always, I will send some things back that just bother me, but there was no option to get a replacement for this. And so it took the edge off for me, and I'm sitting here looking for the part of the strap. Oh, I see it now. Guess what? I have worn this. It is summertime. It is hotter than Hades outside. I have probably sweat on these straps. I got rained on. I'll show you a picture of how it looked like. Dried up. I mean, talk about a workhorse. Now, obviously I'm raving about this, but can I zhuzh her up and make her even cuter? Why, yes. Yes, I can. Stand by. Okay, so when I first got this bag, what I ended up doing, I'm trying to remember what I ended up doing, but I had this little thing on here. How did I have it on? Oh, okay, I remember what I did. Okay, I'm sneaking this guy, but look who's here. Some of you are like, oh, she's losing her mind. And I might be. This little charm I happened to get at DSW, I'm pretty sure. Super cute. All right, number 2 obviously is with a twilly on top, and because it's summer, I thought this one from the Sewing Report is super cute, and I'll link it below, but I love the colors with the daisy charm, which, by the way, they did make these daisy charms in a larger size, and I have a picture of that on my Instagram. You can follow me on Leslye Loves on Instagram. I'm not super active on there at the moment, but it was a little too big for me, so I ended up not keeping it, and as a result, I ended up not keeping either of the bags that I tested it out on. That's a story for another day, but I loved the daintiness of this one. So, twilly, and I think that in the fall, what I'll probably do is use something like this to make it a little bit more autumnal. But you can see how pretty is this going to be on there. And then, obviously, this tea rose charm. I'm officially calling this my 1,000 subscriber present to myself. It was totally this, and I love this. If I want to wear it on this side, because I love it that it doesn't add a lot of weight to it, but look how beautiful. And this was, I think, released last summer, and I really do love, at one point I did kind of have it on here like this, just strapped onto the top handle here, and I thought that was beautiful. And I did get, along with the Snoopy pencil case, I did get the Snoopy charm. He's so cute. I had to, and actually I was wearing this bag when I went into the store. And just look how adorable. Ugh, I love it. And see, let me pull my Snoopy case out. Like how cute is this? I just love it. I never thought I loved Snoopy this much, but it was just this one and one other one left, and I'm like, I need to rescue him. The things we do to convince ourselves. And I got rid of a lot of my charms also, but I bought this one and I was very intentional about picking it up. I love it. And then of course I have the Coach Bear Charm. This is from the outlet. And by the way, this charm, I'm not gonna be able to focus, but it does say Coach on it there. And it's really nice because these are great to use on the Empire or on other bags where you're trying to hang things off of it. Super, super handy. So I've used that in that capacity, but how cute on the bag also. And of course, I am not one of those people that follow trends. I kind of drum to my own beat. Like I ended up loving the Cassie when it was no longer available, but a Labubu, what can we say? I've been very fortunate. I probably wouldn't have gone out and bought and gone out to buy a Labubu on my own, but I've been very fortunate to have been gifted both of these. This one, his little tag is cut off. I didn't really care. It's not a big deal to me. I just loved that it was the brown one. Because how cute is this? My girls are like fascinated with it and they're fighting over it, but I'm like, it was given to me, so it's mommy's and you can look at it. But I just think that the possibilities are endless with this bag. And again, while this particular one may not be available, keep an eye. There are some wonderful Coach groups on Facebook. I love this bag. I just love it. Thank you, Erin. This bag and the Longchamp Le Panier taught me so much about myself in the world of handbags. Oh, so deep, right? But I really have enjoyed this. And so keep an eye on the resale market. They do tend to come up. Somebody may be obsessed with it right now and decide it's not for them later. Backpacks are one of those things. You either love them or hate them. And I'm trying so hard to fight the urge to be like, oh, I need more backpacks. No, I kind of want this to be my one and only beauty, and then go to a sporty one. This has been wonderful. One other final thing I will point out, and I need to bring something back, time out. I'm kind of surprised I didn't touch on this sooner, but one of the things that probably impressed me the most on this backpack is the leather. It's your genuine glove tan leather. This is full grain leather here. This is glove tan leather. And I would say between this bag, now keep in mind sometimes the color of a bag, like the quilted tabby, for example, a lot of people will say the black one is way softer than all the other colors. Perhaps that has something to do with it. The dye can kind of take on a certain texture. This was the first modern day Coach bag that I have felt that feels like it's a return to form to vintage Coach, to why this brand became the staple brand that it is. This leather is beautiful, and this was a hardly worn piece. I've worn bags and I've owned bags. Oh, like the bottom down here is just, there is something to be said with vintage Coach pieces. You really see how the leather just shines through. And this is just, I really feel that, and you can see some of the veining on here, maybe not on camera, but I can see it here in person. I just love the way this bag feels. And final thoughts, I love it, and I've said it so many times. It's funny because I wasn't super excited for this bag, and I initially was so ready to turn it back in, and I'm so glad that I didn't. I just have been super pleased with it, and I guess because this isn't super readily available, the one thing that I will say is don't always go with that first hunch, especially as handbag lovers. Sometimes you're wrong, and I've been totally wrong, and this bag totally proved it to me that you kind of need to try things out in this fast-paced world of fast fashion. And you know, even brands like Coach need to watch out for how quickly they're releasing things. I just feel like this has reminded me to slow down, and I'm really happy for that. So I'm not going to ramble on much more. If you can get your hands on this, I say 1,000, 10,000, a million thousand %, pick it up. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and mark so. If you want to see more, please do subscribe. And I am going to just finish off here. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.